Okay, thank you, and welcome again to Next Level 2 Women Entrepreneurs. We are super excited about our Influential Women in Business Conference. Oh my goodness, I don't know how many years we've been doing it, but it's been so many that this we're super excited about to be able to do it again. That being said, the conference runs from July all the way to October 21st. October 21st is going to be our grand event. Y'all don't want to miss it. You're going to see so many women on the platform, entrepreneurs being able to pour so much into you, value, and so much to help you to expand your business and your growth. So please mark your calendar for October 21st. You want to be at this platform. You want to be able to connect with so many people that you don't know to continue to expand your business and your network. I am your host, Oluwafunke Fullenwinder, known as Sunshine, the CEO and founder of Next Level 2 Women Entrepreneur. We focus on helping women to share about their business, to be able to grow their network, and to continue to help them to connect to more people that are like-minded that wants their product and services. Please keep track on what we're doing by going to talk2sunshine.info. Again, talk2sunshine.info. Without further ado, I am super excited about the entrepreneurs that are coming onto this platform on tonight to be able to speak to you. Our topic on tonight, the theme of the whole event is capture your audience and increase your reach through video, media, and marketing. So we have some great entrepreneurs that are going to be coming onto a platform like Tona Smith, like Kimberly Mays and Dominique Phillips, and also Jamila Walker. They're going to be sharing some amazing tips, some amazing information to help you go to the next level when it comes to this area of video marketing and also media. So please get your pen, get your paper, your notepads, whatever you feel is going to help you to retain the information and be able to use it. So that being said, our first speaker on tonight is going to be Kimberly Mays, and she's going to be speaking about eliminate overwhelming with marketing automations. Yeah, I know we need that. So I'm super excited. And without further ado, I'm going to drop the mic over to you, Kimberly.
Thank you. So, hi everyone. It's a pleasure. My name is Kimberly Inez Mays, and what I do is I demystify technology, and I help coaches, speakers, and service-based businesses automate their sales and marketing using marketing automation and funnels so that they can generate more leads and attract more people. Really excited about this topic. And what I'm going to talk about is not the how to, because that's going to take me hours, but I'm going to talk about what kind of things you can automate in your business as it pertains to marketing. So I'll stick to the marketing side since that's the theme of the evening. And I'll also talk about ways you can automate to expand your reach and to get more people interested in your business. So think about all the things that you do in your business and think about all of the potential opportunities you might be missing because you forgot to send a person a message. Well, that's really what automation and marketing automation is all about. It's really about reaching the right person at the right time with the right message. And when you do that, what happens is they remember you, you stay top of mind with that person, and they're more likely to be recalled. Your brand is more likely to be recalled when they are interested. And it's really important that you're attracting the right people with the right message. So I'm going to show you a few ways to do that, or I'll tell you rather. So way number one is if you don't yet have an email list, I really highly recommend that you start one. No list is too small. Some people say, well, I only have 100 people, I only have 50 people, I only have 500 people. I used to work with companies that had over 1 million people. And what I'm about to share with you is the same strategies. No matter where you are in your business, no matter how many people on your list, it's important that each person on your list is an individual. And you treat each person like an individual. So way number one is to grow your email list. And you don't want to just grow your email list to have a large number, but you want to grow your email list in order to get the right people on it. Because your email list serves as the entry point and as the vehicle through which you are going to then promote your offers. And if you are not attracting the right people onto your email list, your engagement rate is going to be lower. meaning that people won't open as much, they won't click as much, and they certainly won't buy from you. So that's way number one, is to grow your email list. And you may say, Kim, how can I grow my email list when I have a thing on my website that says join my newsletter and nobody signs up? Well, the thing that gets people onto your email list is called a lead magnet. And you may have heard this term before, but it's nothing more than a freebie that you give away in exchange for an email address. And the way it works is you have a free guide, a free training, a video series, anything that your ideal client might want that they'll be willing to exchange their email address for it. Once they do that, you set it up so that that email address goes into your system. And this could be your email marketing platform. So think of it as your MailChimp, your Constant Contact, your ActiveCampaign, whatever it is that you use. Once somebody enters and submits, their email address goes into this platform that you can use to send out emails on behalf of your company. And the nice thing is that you can also use these platforms to deliver the guide or whatever they signed up for. And this is a way that you can use automation to get people onto your email list. So you're going to hear about social media marketing from our next speaker, but on social media, you can use the opportunity to reach your social media followers with your free offer. So that way, you won't need to follow up and chase people to join your email list. It's all automatic, and you'll have a pool of people to talk to. So using this lead magnet, it has to be something that is in direct alignment with the thing that you do, because you want to attract people that are going to be interested in what you do. So once they download this lead magnet, this is where the second automation piece comes in. You want to talk to people who have downloaded your lead magnet. You don't want to just leave them cold, because think about it, of all the free things you've probably have downloaded in the past, how many do you really look at it? How many do you retain and keep coming back to? Maybe not a lot. But here's the thing. When you follow up with people who have downloaded your lead magnet, they're more likely to look at your lead magnet, recall your brand, and take you up on your next offer. And the nice thing about marketing automation is that you don't need to personally reach out to everybody, because your automation will do that for you. So here's what it looks like. Somebody downloads your lead magnet, and through a series of emails after they've downloaded your lead magnet, you are going to talk to them about your business. You are going to show them samples, examples, case studies, videos, testimonials, whatever it is that you have that makes your offer really compelling, because you're going to take them from that freebie step to your next step, to a paid, usually to a paid opportunity. So you're going to use a sequence of emails spaced out every 2 days to lead them on to the next step. And this is the second thing that I'm talking about, is really using that series, which I call a welcome series, to lead them to that group course or that webinar, or even a free Facebook group if you want people to join that. So those are the things that you can do when you are automating your business. So this is all about client attraction and lead generation, because usually the next step for service-based businesses is that they want people to either book a call or to enroll into a program. I personally tell most of my clients, if you don't know the exact step yet, just invite them to book a call, because when you book a call with a person and you're on the phone together, then you and that other person can determine what is the next step, whether you're going to offer them your group coaching package or your private coaching package, or maybe an event, or maybe something else. So if you don't yet know, don't worry, your offer is going to be to get them on the phone with you. And those are two ways that you can use marketing automation in your favor. And there are a couple of other ways too, if you're a service-based business. And remember, it's all about reaching the right person at the right time. So what is also another good time to reach a person? Well, let's see. Probably when they have already done business with you. So, for example, if someone completes your course, you may want to follow up with them with a new offer or an invitation to speak with you or consult with you. Or when you've finished working together, you can then use marketing automation to request a testimonial or request a referral. Or when it's your client's birthday, you can also trigger a campaign to send them an email for their birthday. And it doesn't necessarily always have to be email. You can also do SMS or text messaging as well inside these platforms. So don't think that you're limited to one channel, but remember, you must, if at all possible, create and grow your own email list. Even if you have an online community, even if you have a big Facebook group, it's really important that you own and maintain the contact information of everybody who is interacting with you. Because if for some reason your Facebook group gets shut down or you get locked out, you have really no way of that accessing that group or those people. So always use these platforms in conjunction together: your groups, your social media, and your email marketing. I'm going to leave you with some other tips. I know we are at 7:21 Eastern, but I'm just going to leave you with something else to automate your business. When you finally have a lead who is interested and they raise their hand and say, "Yes, I definitely would like to meet with you," use a calendar or scheduling service to take those interested leads. Let them find a time that works for both of you, and then send them series of emails to remind them of your meeting. And then after the meeting, have a sequence ready for them to either be onboarded if they say yes, or get that information if they say maybe. So that is also something that you would also think of. Think of your sales process. So if your sales process involves a sales call, automate that. If it involves a checkout page or an invoice or something like that, have those things ready in advance before someone raises their hand. Trust me, it makes your life so much easier. And those are some of the tips that I have to share with you this evening. It has been a pleasure, and I'm also available for questions and comments as well. I'm happy to answer anything. You're mute.
I love it. Tons of information. You even came up with things I would not even think about because we never would think about if we ever can get to our groups, to the people in our
Mhm.
messenger. How would we actually be able to connect? So that was really good. I love the way you also provided the process of, because when we think about sales, we don't think about all the different automations that can actually run for itself without us doing everything. I'm just curious if people wanted to get in contact with you and wanted to be able to, create that sales funnel or that sales channel to be able to utilize it, to be able to automate it, their business, how would they get in contact with you?
Yes, absolutely. So the best way to get in contact with me is by email. My email address is kim@kimberlyinezmays.com. You can look for me there, or you can just visit my website, and then there is a path to schedule a discovery call.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, as you can see, Kimberly truly has the knowledge and expertise to help you automate your business. And y'all know as business owners, we stay so busy and we're trying to stay on top of everything. Even one thing that stood out to me, because we're doing events all the time, was the ability to really remind people through automations that, hey, you got upcoming events so that people can show up. So great job, Kimberly, and great information. We really, really thank you for that. Well, I know y'all are loving it. Y'all are getting a lot of information. This is what we do here on the platform event. We help businesses grow. And we're super excited about our next speaker, coach, entrepreneurship. She wears so many hats, social media manager. I'm just amazing woman herself. This is Coach Dominique Phillips, and she is going to be coming onto the platform today. And she's going to be speaking to y'all about learn effective social media strategies to build revenue. Y'all know business owners, we're out to be able to solve people's problems, but also generate income. So guess what? If you're not tuning in, please plug in right now. She's about to give us the tools we need. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and drop the mic over to you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me today. I truly appreciate it. Let's get to it. My name is Dominique Phillips. I'm the owner of DW Consulting Group and DW Marketing. And what we're coming on today to learn about is getting revenue from social media, of course. I'm going to give 8 tips. I have everything listed so I don't forget a thing, because I could talk so much about revenue from social media. There's so many ways to get it. So I want to go through the list from the very beginning. One thing we want to do as business owners, as entrepreneurs, is choose our goals that align with our business objectives. Okay, so you have a business, you don't know which way to go. If your main focus is sales, if your main focus is just like if you have a nonprofit and you're just trying to get more people to come, you need to know exactly what you want to do and align it with just that. I've met so many people in the past that didn't know which direction they would want to go. So the first thing to do is to have that objective lined out for you. Second thing is to learn everything there is to learn about your audience. So if you are trying to sell baby clothes to mothers or fathers, you want to know what their what they like about it. Like, what is their preference for those baby clothes? Or just say that you're selling a product, feminine products. You want to know what women like, how they want to feel with those products. You just want to learn your audience. When you're selling anything, when you're selling any service, you want to get those reviews and know exactly what your audience like. The third thing is to get to know your competition. There are so many people in the world. You might think that you are the original owner of this product, and you might not be. I've came up with so many businesses in the past, and someone else thought of that idea already. So I have to get to know my competition and what makes me stand out. So whenever you create a new business, you want to set yourself apart from anybody else, whether you're selling something very simple or something complex. I always ask anybody, what sets you aside from Coca-Cola, or if you're selling drinks or anything like that, or if you're doing hair, what sets, as a stylist, what sets you apart? Is it your personality? If you have IT company and you have like a social media platform, what sets you aside from Facebook? What sets you aside from Instagram? As you notice that all social media platforms has something just a tad bit different. If you go onto dating sites, you see that it looks different. Everything doesn't look the same. You want to know because this is very important. Some people are very picky on what they want. So some people probably get on this app because it's pink, or they might get on this app because it's blue. People have their reasons why they want to use certain products and why they prefer certain things. Even if they're paying more money, they just like the way something looks, or they like the way a person is, that makes them want to go with this particular business. Do a social media audit That is very important. The more, the better, really. So with social media audit, you want to take a look at your social media platform. Is it representing you? That's the main goal. Connecting with your audience is important, but you want to represent yourself. If you see that something is a little bit off, it could even be a color. Your brand is your brand, and you want to make sure that the content that you're sharing represents the company and its brand. When people see, let me see, Walmart, they want to see that little bitty logo at the bottom. They know that this is a legit company. It's always going to represent something blue with their logo. They know it's them, so wherever they go and they see that logo, they know exactly what it is. It's Walmart. And so on your social media platform, you want to represent yourself as such. The next thing is going to be setting up your accounts to improve your profiles. So you want to have as many profiles as possible. Like I said, the more the better. If you create profiles on every social media platform there is, the more exposure, the better. So that's LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. It's so many that we don't even like. There are some that I haven't even been on as of yet, but there are people that still getting on those platforms like Twitter. I don't get on Twitter at all, but there are people who actually get on Twitter. So just sharing that content on Twitter or engaging on places like Twitter, to me, is still relevant to your business. Find inspiration. Us as entrepreneurs, we always need inspiration. I know I do. Sometimes we fall off, life gets to the best of us. And what we really want to do is always have somebody in our corner reminding us of our business. Every day I try to share some with the business, just one thing. Because when business, and I don't know about all businesses, but I know within my business, we have our slow moments. And with those slow moments, you always got to consistently stay inspired. That's my biggest thing. I always remind business owners at the very end is to stay inspired. Please stay motivated. Wherever you got to pull your motivation from, that's what you got to do. Create a social media content calendar. Planning is important, very important, because that is where your revenue is, okay? The less you share, the less money you make. I'm going to say that. Because the more you share, the more you're going to get across to people. Even when you think that they're not watching, they are. It's just probably not that moment or that time for them to reach out to you. But I've had plenty of people saying, I've been watching your page for a long time and I'm just now ready to reach out. So with me sharing my content every single day or sharing something about the business, and we all slack off sometime, but that calendar is important. If I'm slacking, that means my calendar is not in place. So you really want to have that calendar in place. You want to schedule what you want to first create a plan like we discussed, and then you want to share the content at that appropriate time. That way we're staying on schedule. We know exactly what we want to share at this particular time, and we know what audience we're trying to grab during this time. And so with that does create revenue. You want to share across many platforms as possible as well. So even if you're setting a schedule to go live like we are now, or if you're setting a schedule to go live with someone else or post a video, all of those things are important. So a content calendar is number one for me. The last but not least is creating compelling content. So you want to create content that is going to be appealing to the eye. I know from my experience, too many words turn people off. So you want that right amount of words that is going to grab their eye, unless you're sharing informational posts or if you're business is more on an information type business, giving information to your audience, that's different. But if you're selling something, even if you look at the highest of the highest when it comes to businesses sharing, you see that they keep it nice, sweet, and simple. And they use different graphics to get to people. So they always make sure they have their logo there, because their logo is their representation, of course. But they always share things. It could be as simple as 50% off. And the first thing I'm going to see when I'm swiping down on Bath and Body Works is 50% off. What? Let me go and click on it, because I'm about to see what is 50% off. And you get to that website and it's probably like one or two products. But the fact that I was able to click on it, they got me. That goes along with what we were talking about before, that compelling, I'm sorry, I lost track, y'all, but I'm thinking about Bath and Body Works. But whenever you click on it and you see that 50% off, they're going to take those statistics and say, okay, well, let me go ahead and start sharing more and more of these things. It's more like clickbait. So that's all they're doing. That's what that word is they getting you just to the website, and then you see other things that you like. You see more sales in the future that they're going to be having. But as long as you're to the site, that's all that matters. They have those statistics to show, and they're going to keep using that. So that is something that is very recommended when it comes to creating convincing posts. So that is the last of it. Those are my 8 tips that I have to share. If you all have any questions, my name is Dominique Phillips, and my email is info@dwmarketingllc.com. And feel free to reach out to me at any time with any questions. Oh, you're on mute.
Thank you so much, Dominique, for that information. I truly appreciate it. Whoever thought that we would need calendar to be able to stay up to date about. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Whoever would think we need calendars to stay up to date on all the things that we need to do as an entrepreneur, but also plan our success to be able to generate revenue. That was a great important factor that you pointed out. And I think that was one of the takeaways. I'm going to pause for a second because we've had 2 speakers speak on a platform. And I would like for y'all to be able to share some of the value y'all have gained and some takeaways that you've gained before we actually bring up our next speaker. Awesome. I cannot hear you if you're speaking. I think you're muted. If y'all are speaking, you can unmute yourself and we could share with each other as far as any takeaways from hearing one another, be able to speak as far as on this topic just before we go to the next speaker.
I was going to say that Dominique did a good job breaking down the planning of content and the necessity for that. It's very important to actually plan out the frequency of your posts and the types of messaging and captions and things like that, so you're not winging it. So that was good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Great. So I just wanted to, since we have Kimberly and Dominique and y'all have spoke, if y'all can, before we jump over to our coach and entrepreneur, Jamila, I would like to go ahead and take, if y'all can take a moment, just Kimberly, take a moment to, just in case some people are logging on to a broadcast, take a moment and just summarize what you spoke about. And then we're going to do Dominique the same thing. And then we're going to jump to the next speaker, just in case some people are coming on in the middle of the broadcast. I want them to know exactly what we're actually speaking about and what we're actually talking about. Okay.
Okay, sure. So my name is Kimberly Inez Mays. I help coaches, consultants, speakers, and service-based businesses demystify technology to generate more leads and attract more people with marketing automation and funnels. So I had spoke about 3 ways that you can use marketing automation to eliminate overwhelm in your business. I talked about the importance of generating an email list, following up with those who have joined your email list, and then also making sure that your sales process and your lead generation process is intact before you actually open your doors for business.
Thank you.
All right, I'm just gonna, what I did go over were 8 tips regarding creating revenue on social media. And I'll just quickly go through those. One is to choose goals that align to your business objectives. Learn everything you can about your audience. Get to know your competition. Do a social media audit. Set up accounts and improve profiles. So like I was saying, the more the better. Find inspiration always, whether that's being inspired or getting motivation from somewhere. Set something up where you can always go back to that and you feel motivated. Create a social media content calendar, and also create compelling content. So
Amazing, awesome. Dominique, if you can share with people how they can get in contact with you, what social media platforms you're on, I would appreciate it as well.
Okay. So you can get in contact with me. I have one page, DW Consultant Group. That's on Facebook and Instagram, and that is connected to my marketing company. So you can reach out to me on Facebook and Instagram, or you can contact me at my email, info@dwmarketingllc.com.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And so you definitely want to reach out to Kimberly and Dominique. I'm telling you, this information that they're providing you is just not to give you the information, but it's to let you know that they have the tools to make the information possible for you to run your business. As entrepreneurs, we can feel very overwhelmed in the things that we do in our business. And so this isn't one of the events where you want to listen and be like, okay, I'm going to go do it myself. No, you will overwhelm yourself and you'll be so tired. So kind of like plug into each and every one of them and say, how can I be able to make this happen in my business that's going to free up that time that I need to run my business? And that's what this event is about when it talks about capturing your audience, increasing your reach through video, media, and marketing. Those are tools that we use to grow our business. So y'all have done a perfect job in explaining that. Without further ado, I'm geared to bring up our next speaker, which is Coach Jamila Walker. This is a CEO boss lady. She is the queen of media. And she's getting ready to share some great information on how you can be able to expand your reach, increase that audience and that revenue when it comes to media. Without further ado, I'm going to pass the mic over to you.
Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you for having me tonight. My company is Epic Entourage LLC, and we do media marketing, social media, and PR. And so I was going to talk about how the importance of public relations and how it can affect your business and bring more exposure to your business, and gives you a larger reach to your audience. And some of the other things that encompasses. So I'm not sure if people know the ins and out of public relations, also influencer marketing and the value of that. So in terms of public relations is the practice of managing the spread of information between an individual or an organization and the public. Public relations professionals are responsible for building and maintaining relationships with the public. So that could encompass doing events, appearing on podcasts, um, creating your own show, a YouTube channel. All of those are media outlets, along with the digital outlets such as blogs and press releases. Those are also forms of media, also, and of course, TV. But I think that the digital media outlets are a little more accessible, just depending on your relationships. But that's why public relations is so important, because if you do want to be on TV or you want to get to those larger audiences, you're going to have to go out there and meet people. You're going to have to talk to people about what you do, about how your business can help them expand and their business expand and help them to meet their goals. And then you just never know when you're going to meet that right person who has the right relationships. And you guys can form that communication, and they will want to assist you in helping you to meet your goals. And so that's the benefit of public relations. You're actually going out in the public and talking to people. A lot of people think it's just, oh, I want to protect, my company's reputation. That is a part of it. Yes, you do want to, but how do you build that rapport? You go out, you do networking events, you talk to people, you appear on podcasts, as much as you can do to be on several different outlets, different media platforms, different social media pages. All of those things work together. And it's called social media for a reason, right? You got to be social. So that is part of your public relations. And so that's why what Dominique was saying was so important too, and creating the content. But that all those things help you to build those relationships, doing live, doing videos. People are getting to know you when you go live. They're getting to know your personality. They're getting to know your brand. They're getting to know your product. And so when they see that, they can say, oh, okay, this will benefit me and my business. And they'll want to, you'll be the first person they think of, because they're saying, oh, this person is an expert because they went live. They gave me some great tips on what I can do to increase my business. So I feel like I'm comfortable with them helping me to get to where I need to in order to meet my goals.
I love that you said that, Jamila. I've been able to, for the last couple of years, I've known you, which all of y'all seem like family. But so the last couple of years, I've known you. You've done a lot of things when it comes to media. I mean, even I think you and your husband were even able to be on a media platform. Can you share a little bit about that? I just want people to dive a little bit more into, into really what you're doing.
Yeah, so I reached out to somebody about T-Mobile. With T-Mobile, they were looking for a family that would talk about their services. We are T-Mobile customers, but there was an opportunity where they wanted somebody to speak to their experience with T-Mobile. And so I'm like, okay, well, I have a philosophy. The worst thing somebody can tell you is no. I mean, certainly this is not the worst situation when someone tells you no. We've all dealt with stuff. So I'm like, I've gotten so many no's and rejection in the past. I'm like, okay, but this worked out. And so they called us and they said, and we did, audition, and we got to let them know. They got to know us, our family, how long we've been with the service, and the value that they provided for us. And they were saying that we were a good fit. And so that is really what public relations is we're pitching to the media about your unique story, what you bring uniquely, that unique thing about you and your service that is newsworthy, that's exciting, that could benefit a lot of people, or the problem that you solve. And the media says, oh yeah, I think a lot of people can benefit from this, so we need to put this out there. And then they make it happen. And so that's how that works.
Well, I love it. Congratulations again to you and your husband for that opportunity, and you seizing the moment. One thing you said when you were talking was about networking and how important that is. And when it comes to entrepreneurship, that is truly, I feel like that is the first step of contact when it comes to even just building relationship, partnership, collaboration, or even getting a potential client. But for you to put it in the terms of public relations, I would never thought that would fall in that area. So that being said, for people, because I know that you get out there and you meet people and you get to know new people, so can you, the entrepreneurship that's listening to this right now and wants to say, okay, I want to capture media, I want to be able to network, but I don't know really how to get started. What would you say to them as far as the steps?
Yes, so you need to get with someone who has the network that you are trying to get with, or knows how to access that network. And that's where we come in as the PR company, and we go and look for those opportunities for you, because of course you're probably a business owner, you're busy, you don't have time really to go and search for these things, or we may already have established relationships where it's like, oh yeah, I know someone in this industry, I know I can get you on this podcast because they talk about the things that you do. It sounds like something related to your industry, and I think it'll be good for you to be featured here. Or this digital outlet is looking for the top 10 finance advisors. Oh, you in finance, great, let's get you on that top 10 finance list so that people can look at you as an expert in your field. And that's what it does. You're presenting yourself as that go-to person, and that expert in that field. And so people trust you because these outlets are reputable, and they're saying that they're vouching for you. And that kind of segues into influencer marketing also. It's really someone who's a representation of your business, who can vouch for your services, who's probably used your services, somewhat like a brand ambassador. So they work the same way. So let's say if you're not a person who wants to appear on TV or whatever, everyone doesn't want to be on the forefront, and some people like to stay in the back, and that's fine. So the influencer marketing strategy would probably be a little better for you, because someone else is advocating who has the audience, who has a large following, and they're saying, okay, this company is well known. I've used their services. This is what I got from it. These are the results that I got, and so I'm happy about it, and I want to share with you guys. And so and so if you think about it, large companies do that all the time, especially clothing designers with celebrities. They say, oh, put my product on and wear it on the red carpet. A lot of times it's not like a commercial or whatever, but they know if Beyonce is going to put on a dress, then a lot of women are going to want to wear it. So it works. That's how influencer marketing works. These are people who have influence, and people who obviously resonate with a lot of people because they have a large following, and people like watching them. Whatever they do is something that people gravitate towards. And so that is how influencer marketing works.
I love it. I love it. That thank you for taking us to a deeper dive of understanding that. I'm going to pause for a moment because we have two other boss ladies on the line too with us, and I wanted to know if what y'all captured from what Coach Jamila spoke about, and any questions for her. We're going to pause a moment and let you, Coach Kimberly and Dominique, be able to share.
So what I wanted to say is I am definitely relating to you when you said the worst thing you could say is no. I've been in sales for so long, even as an entrepreneur. Like a lot of times I get no from customers, and you really, it becomes a norm with being an entrepreneur. Like you try, and the worst thing they can say is no. They can't curse you out, point a finger at you, and all of
They
that.
might,
Like,
though.
'cause they,
That's okay. You'll live.
at the end of the day, you're gonna try again, and that just really just build up your confidence. You just really have a brick when it comes to that. Like, you're like, okay, well, let me just move on and go to the next person. So it really builds your confidence as with being an entrepreneur, because we talk to a lot of people. We have to grow our business. So yeah, we're gonna get those no's, and I was able to relate to that for sure.
Now, also the other side of that too is also, you don't have to, some people say don't accept no for an answer. But just because you get no right now doesn't mean you weren't going to get a no later. So that's where the email marketing comes in at, because you're following up with that person who may not be able to use that service. You never know why they're saying no. You can't really automatically assume the reason why they're saying no. They just might not be able to. They may not have the time to. But then, they're like, oh, this person is persistent. Now I need the service,
Right.
So
and it's good to know why. Like, it might be the price is too high, or it could be a reason, and you just want to know that as a business owner or entrepreneur what the reason is, so you can know what to do next time. So
yes, sending out surveys and emails are good too.
Yeah.
Yep, that's good. So.
And I also like what you said about the network as well too, is just, making sure that you have the right people in your network. You never know who you can be introduced to. And I find that like so valuable just to have these networks, because it is truly a small world. I'm surprised by how many mutuals I have of like people I've spoken to.
I know. I noticed that too. Would you check out their Facebook page or something? And it's like, oh, I know that person on their friends list. Yeah.
No, yeah, I would totally relate. I think I was talking to one of the entrepreneurs in the network, or member, and we were just talking about how so many entrepreneurs, it's kind of like we have to work smarter than harder, because if we would just pause for a moment, not only do we have our own network and our own, people that we know, but we also know other people that know other people. And and it was like, okay, when you're done with your whole list, you come and talk to me, and you go with my whole list, and I have to go through I'm just saying. So it's kind of like we are really, when I looked at that, when you even relate to bigger businesses, they do it all the time with partnership collaborations, with networking, and so it's not just networking with that one person, but that one person may know another 100 or 200 more people, and you're able to network and build that relationship. I really feel like you touched on a great topic when you said about that. Now, another thing I love is when you told with Dominique how you brought it up and said, okay, now you can just go to email marketing. It's like, and I love Dominique when you said, hey, you offer, you get that no, and you want to know why, and a lot of, a lot of times it's a nervous and like, okay, why? But it's good to know why, because you need to know where to really channel them to, because most of the time people don't make that decision that first time. Looking at all these different avenues that y'all have talked about on helping entrepreneurs to be able to grow their business, expand their reach, and also generate income, how would an entrepreneur be able to tie this all in together to make sure they're able to get it all into their business? How would they know what piece they need, what piece they don't need? What is that first step that they would need to do? I'm asking y'all because y'all are the expert in this field.
Well, Dominique kind of hit on it, know your audience. And also your unique value proposition. Those things are very helpful, because let's say if someone comes to me and says that they want a press release or something like that, the first thing I'm going to do is research the digital outlets, who their target audience is, and if they're a match, and if you can reach your target audience through their channels. And so it's the same concept. You just, it depends on the type of business you have. So like, if you are, let's say if finance is more of a corporate type business, so you're going to go with what you're going to look at. First of all, the competition analysis is good that Dominique mentioned, because you can see what your competition is doing. And so I'm not saying copy what they do, but if they're successful at what they're doing, you're going to take notes and you're going to say, okay, I can incorporate this into my strategy. You can see the outlets that they're using. You want to, the type of outlets they're using. So that's going to give you the information when you do that analysis. I always do one when we first start with the company. And so I'll take a look at, I do the analysis of their social media, what they're already doing, so we can expand upon it and make improvements. And then I look at what the competition is doing, so I can see what they're doing and how we can use it to our benefit. So all of those things are what's going to get you your answer in terms of what you need to do. If your competition has a strong presence on social media, you need to have a stronger presence on social media. You need to up the quality of your videos. Whatever you need to do, you get out there and do it.
Love it. Love it. Coach Dominique, Coach Kimberly.
So you definitely hit the nail on the head. The first thing I will always look at is, knowing study the audience that you're trying to attract, of course. And then do something to make you stand out from the other company. So you definitely want to, like Jamila said, look at what they're doing and do it better. You want to just try to work from that. Like that's the thing. That's what everybody is doing, and it works. So that and I have one more thing. Planning is making sure you plan out everything. So once you look at those two, your audience, your competition, then you want to write out your plan and you want to stick with it. And be able to create a business strategy for months. You got to create short-term goals and long-term goals, and you want to hit those goals no matter what. So that's business success to me.
Awesome. And Coach Kimberly.
Yeah, and I was really struggling to find something that hasn't already been said, but also remember that you're in a business of solving problems. And you want to make sure that you understand what problem you're solving, why it's a problem for those who you are attracting or trying to attract. And then also, do they know it's a problem enough to invest money in? So you have to determine if education is going to be involved, if you need to show people why they might need something. Or you have to say, okay, well, can I meet them where they're at, and then also be able to sell them what they need or deliver what they need. So I would say also just really focusing on the problem, because that'll help you with your messaging, and it'll also help you with your delivery of your content.
I love it. I love it. There you have it. So that being said, I want to say thank you all for coming onto the platform and really sharing about this information. This is so important, especially when we live in a digital age where so many people, they carry cell phones more than books. My kids started school and my husband was like, where's their books? Where's the pen? I said, this is new generation schooling. You don't see pens and books, and it's okay. They just use more digital, but this is the world that we live in. And this is how, as entrepreneurs, we have to plug into it. I love what you said, Coach Jamila, about, hey, listen, I know we may say the word copy, but really it's not copy. I would say the fact is that it's almost like they've already came up with the best way to ride a bike. There's no need for us to go and try to ride it, go all wrong with it. We already know we got to ride it this way. And so in this case, I think if I could tell myself when I first started out, don't be so busy trying to, get to the top. Just slow down and figure out, like you said, Coach Kimberly, who do you, what problems do you solve, and who needs that, solution. That would have been the best way to start. And then after that, to be able to glean upon the people that already arrived, and not just glean, but also interact with them, so you can avoid costly long mistakes, costly long, learning curves, and that will help you to get to where you need to get to. So I really feel like this was a great event, and entrepreneurs would, if I could have the same event when I first started, I would have been like, whoa, but even as a seasoned entrepreneur, it still is a great tool, because there's so many different things that we miss, so going back, listen to this, getting your pen and paper and making that outline to know where you need and what you have and what you need to get to the next level is important. So that being said, Coach Jamila, how do they get in touch with you? What platforms are you on?
You can email me at Jamila, Jamila, at epicentourage.online. I'm on Facebook at Epic Entourage LLC. And then on Instagram, Epic Entourage. And when you're looking on Facebook, there is another Epic Entourage, but that is a music group. So that mine is LLC.
There you go. We want to say again, thank you all for coming on to the platform, and thank you for this amazing event. I am your host, Oluwafunke Fulham-Winder, known as Sunshine, CEO and founder of Next Level 2 Women Entrepreneur. If you love this event, you're going to love what we have in store for the rest of the year till October. Again, October 21st is a grand event, so please plug in. If you're a speaker, get in contact with us. If you're not, then plug in and definitely get the information. But this is going to be a jam-packed overall experience for all entrepreneurs as we all continue to grow our business and expand our reach and generate income. Until our next event, we want to say thank you so much for coming onto the platform, and everybody have a great night. Thank you so much, speakers.